Whoa! Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 83 of Planet Film Network. Or Planet Film Live?
That's what it says up there, 83.
Welcome. We are trying a similar but different thing with the setup here.
Still a work in progress. We're always
Always
changing. We're always changing. Probably going to get a new table at some point. Maybe invest in some mic arms because I think we got tired of holding them. I think we could probably both agree on that.
Got tired.
So we're probably going to invest in some mic arms and then maybe get a new table. Again, we're limited space, so we're limited in what we can do.
For sure.
Depending maybe in the future with my new space, maybe somewhere in the basement, maybe something like that.
That could be solid.
But yeah, I'm one of your hosts, TJ Cornwell.
I am your other host, Sean Monk. Thank you guys so much for joining us. If you want, I think I pushed yours like down. You can put it all the way up. See what I mean? Like you can push the Audio Technica logo all the way in there.
Sorry about this.
That's okay. Oh, right, because you're... Look at that. On the fly, changing his gain so that we don't, blow people's ears off. I just gotta... Here. Let me see. 1 second.
Oh! It's like it broke.
No, that's just the noise that it sounds like when you actually put it in there, which is also equally frightening.
Oh, I see.
There you go.
Oh, shit. All right.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Oh, yeah. Put your game back up. Yeah. All right, cool. So we should be good to go now. Welcome, everybody. We had a big week. CINEMACON is actively happening right now, although I'm pretty sure most of the big panels are done. We had Sony. Sony was day one on Monday. Yesterday was Warner Brothers. And then this morning, this afternoon for us, but this morning for Las Vegas was Disney. Am I forgetting like a big studio?
What the presentations were?
Am I forgetting? Is there one still to come? Is what I mean.
I think Paramount. There's one tomorrow.
Paramount and Lionsgate.
Yeah, tomorrow.
That's what it is.
I think is what it is.
Sometimes it's so hard to to think if there are studios besides Sony, Disney, and Warner. But but Lionsgate, that is going to give us some looks at possibly a trailer, probably not a public trailer, but probably some footage for John Wick 4 is going to be screened because we saw on day one there's a huge John Wick 4 banner there. Yeah. So most likely they're going to be showing off some stuff for that. That movie is one of those movies that they've been filming that. I think they might even be done filming that.
With John Wick 4?
With John Wick 4,
so.
Yeah, because I think I'm pretty sure those delays were just like, for like release calendar purposes. I might be wrong. They might not really have much. They might just be like, Keanu saying like we're ready to get to work or something. I'm trying to think like what Paramount would do. Maybe probably an official announcement of Sonic 3. As if that wasn't, you said it the first week it came out. Now it's made even more money than then. That the third one's probably a foregone conclusion. Like, but probably official confirmation for that. And I don't know what else really does like Paramount have besides Paramount they'll be screening Top Gun. Oh, right. Duh, Mission Impossible. I think we could see our first trailer for Mission Impossible 7 because that movie's been done filming for 4 months at this point. So yeah, I think we could get that. A couple other things, but yeah, we are going to be talking in just a little bit here before we get into some of the things that we've been watching. We're going to be talking a bit of a news roundup just from CINEMACON because that's pretty much what CINEMACON is just a place to announce not necessarily announce brand new projects, but more projects that are, going to be coming up soon.
In the next year.
Yeah, within the next year or two. Like, that's why, like, they showed off a lot of, I think they said they only showed the same trailer over again for Thor Love and Thunder, but they showed the first 15 to 20 minutes of Doctor Strange 2, just of the film. And then but that's why you see things like that more like at the Disney presentation rather than Kevin Feige getting on stage and being like, here's 2025 and 2026. You know what I mean? Like, it's not really for that. But we'll get into that a little bit later. What have you been watching?
All right. So,
have you caught up on Winning Time?
Yeah, I have. Have you or no?
I have not. I'm still at the last episode was that I was on. I think it was 5.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think I'm like 2 or 3 behind on it.
Okay, so movie wise, I've actually watched a decent amount of things. So I rewatched Paddington. Great movie. I watched for the first time Crazy Rich Asians. Very good movie. I know everybody like loved the movie. I just never watched it.
Mm-hmm.
I remember having it when I worked at the theater, obviously. But I was very surprised. Very good. The Witch, I saw before me and you went to go see The Northman.
Mm-hmm.
The Witch was good. I was shocked that there was an actual witch. I thought for sure it'd be some sort of metaphorical thing. But no, I was wrong. There was a witch. Saw The Northman. The Northman was what?
I just feel so stupid. Universal as well.
Oh yeah,
that's
Universal,
happening
yeah.
right now. So we might get some Universal stuff announced.
The Northman was very good with Bill Skarsgård and Bjork and Nicole Kidman. And
do you want to give your thoughts on it? Because I my Northman like quick reviews up on the TikTok right now at the official PFN. But what would you be? What would your be?
Yeah, I thought The Northman was I thought Northman was probably Robert Eggers' best movie so far. I thought it looked great. It sounded great, and the action was awesome, and everybody in it was awesome. I mean, Bill Skarsgård, I thought, took the movie to another level. And I love the story. I didn't really, and I know it's kind of based off of like Lion King is based off Hamlet, and then people were comparing this.
I have some more information.
It's like Lion King.
Yeah.
I didn't really get that vibe.
Mm-hmm.
I know nothing about Hamlet. I'm not a Shakespeare person or anything. But I was like, oh yeah, his dad dies.
Mm-hmm.
Like his dad gets by his uncle. But I was like, other than that, like it's not like like maybe Anya Taylor-Joy is like Nala, I guess. Mm-hmm. Like,
but
like,
even
that's
that,
a stretch.
Yeah,
Like.
well, even that too, because like Anya Taylor-Joy and him, let's say slight spoilers for The Northman, just because I feel like people still want to see it, but I don't. I think it's even in the trailer. Like Anya Taylor-Joy meets adult Alexander Skarsgård.
Right.
So like, whereas like Nala and Hamlet is more like childhood friends type of thing. Yeah. So I think, but now, oh my God, to let you finish in just a second about the Hamlet stuff. I watched a video. It's either a video or it was a podcast. Where they talked about it. Actually, Hamlet is based on this.
Oh,
which was like, oh, that's crazy.
Okay,
because this is
based off one of the like a folklore.
Yeah,
story.
like old folk. Yeah, like way like 600 years. But I mean, the movie's set like 700 years before William Shakespeare lived. But like the story comes from like hundreds and hundreds of years before Shakespeare's time. And it's honestly, even if you take the letters of it, Prince Amleth, that's a, what do you call that? Where it's like a palindrome? No, that's like Hamlet race car. What? No, the word where it's like it's the same letters, but it's like scrambled up. Can't think of that word right now. An anagram? I don't know.
I know what you're talking about.
But
it is, I believe,
Amleth and Hamlet are even the same letters. Like, so it's very influenced by it, but in some very, very key, might I say, questionable, like, inappropriateness. Some of the relationships in this film.
Gotcha.
That is very much set in the.
There was a specific point where we both looked at each other and went, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, is this happening? That is very firmly steeped in the original story. None of that was not happening in The Lion King.
Gotcha.
Maybe Lion King 2.5. I didn't see that
one. So yeah, I thought it was fantastic. Best movie he's made so far. Excited to see what he does next. Probably not gonna make maybe its budget back. I'm gonna
probably
guess. But still great.
But also, like, I feel like there's been so many articles out there that are like, The Northman proves why, big budget art house films can't be successful in a modern age or whatever. But it's like, the contrary to that is, and this is what good studios do, like, I believe this was Focus Features, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Like a Focus Features or like A24, because now, believe it or not, A24 is one of the most, successful studios right now. And they are going, they're still sticking to their kind of bootstrap model, but they are venturing into bigger budget stuff. What's the point of Endgame making $3 billion if some of that money doesn't siphon down to like 20th Century or Searchlight? Because it's like some movies you just gotta make them to make them because this the story, there's a story to be told, there's entertainment to be had type of thing. If every single and I know that practically in a business sense that's not good, but that's why I say it takes a certain type of studio, because it's like, well, if you I just use Disney as an example, or like Warner, Batman made $760 million. It did not cost that. So like, yes, you're gonna put that back into production on other things, production on Batman 2, CEOs and salary bonuses or whatever, because great, you had a successful movie, but some of that can go towards taking a risk on something else. Right. And I feel like that's the outlook to have. Like, and when I say like big places writing those articles, it's things like The Hollywood Reporter and Variety and Deadline, and it's like, this is the industry that literally you run on. You know what I mean? Like, how about you celebrate something like The Northman instead of being all like, oh, The Northman's a perfect case of why you can't spend money on good films.
Shelly asked what was Bjork's role and was she good? Her role was kind of like this spirit type thing, and her role was very, very small. Like maybe 3 minutes max. But yeah, she was good in it.
I don't even know if it was that long.
I don't even know if it was 3 minutes.
And it was only the one scene, right?
It was only the one scene. So I watched that, and this is gonna disappoint you. I did watch Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
You hate it?
I didn't hate it. Oh. No, I didn't hate it. I did not love it. I didn't think it was, oh my God, this was fantastic. I thought Pedro Pascal was great. I thought Nick Cage was great. I liked the beginning of the story with the kind of business aspect of it, the Hollywood business, and make it like, him like talking to the director, like he's like, oh, I'd love to have you in it. He's like, do I have to read for it? He's like, no. He's like, well, let me read for it anyway. And he goes on this whole monologue or whatever. I thought that was hilarious. But then as soon as we get to like the CIA thing, I was kind of like, okay, like, I don't really care. I've seen like one review was like, why would you use these two comedic actors in like such serious role, like more serious, and kind of keep them when they're comedic actors? I kind of, I'd hop on board with that. And I feel like what's the guy's name? I know his name too. The guy who plays the other FBI agent, not Tiffany.
Oh, Ike Barinholtz.
Ike Barinholtz. Yeah, his kind of role just kind of just like dissipates. Like his character's like, you walk in, it's like, oh, okay.
Tiffany Haddish.
Haddish, yeah.
Tiffany Haddish gets more screen time, but even her character.
Bye.
Yeah. I will say, I will amend my score because
shout out to all the 7 people watching. If you haven't subbed, make sure you subscribe. Yeah.
Make sure you subscribe and follow on TikTok at the official PFN. So while I was watching it, I was hesitating, and Michelle in the chat can back me up on this. Before I did the TikTok, it was either going to be 4.25 or 4.5 or 5. And the TikTok I went with a 5, having sat with it, because if you don't know, I do my out of theater reactions, or straight out of the cinema.
This one was straight in front of the poster, if I recall.
There you go. I was trying to recreate that with when we when we watched Northman.
Yeah.
But they didn't have the poster.
Oh, didn't do that.
Yeah, but having sat with it, first time I watched it, absolutely weakest, without a doubt, point in the whole movie is the Tiffany Haddish and Ike Barinholtz thing, because it's like, it just seems so extra. Like you said, you could have either cast nobodies and just diminished their roles and just, had it be like something to just move the plot forward.
Right.
Or like you said, cast somebody like Dean Norris. Like Hank from Breaking Bad. Like, just off the top of my head. Like, somebody like that who absolutely can be funny and comical, but also fits that bill really well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I get, Tiffany Haddish is a huge name, type of thing.
The funniest joke, too, was that they made was probably, like, the Croods joke, and that was it. Which is in the trailer.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I saw Croods. You
and it's
see him
true.
at Croods,
it's
too?
true, because, like,
it's like,
Croods
no, I watched Croods,
good.
too.
Yeah. But also that joke was in the trailer. That was
that's
like
what
the
I
big,
just said,
that was the big trailer joke. So it's like their one good joke.
Right.
You already knew it going in.
Yeah, I mean that whole, like I said, that whole little plot line didn't work for me. I thought the daughter stuff was
What did you
nice.
think of Pedro?
I thought Pedro was great. I thought
he was fantastic.
he was he hit all the jokes. I thought they had great chemistry. I thought that kind of little collection of scenes when they were high off LSD was really funny.
Yeah, that was great.
Not every single joke hit for me, and a lot of the references I didn't get because I'm not a big Nick Cage person.
And you said that going in. You were like, I gotta tell you, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get
right. I still enjoyed it.
Danielle in the chat, when you were reading your letterbox just now, did you watch Paddington before or after this?
Before.
That's why.
But when they were like, he was like, have you seen Paddington 2? I was like,
yeah, I lost it. I did the exact same thing to my mom. I was like, and she knows because I've watched it with her. Like, I have movie posters in my room.
I've still never seen Paddington 2. I still haven't watched Paddington. I've only seen the first one, but I know the second one's better. The second one's better.
Like I'm just so I don't even know what to say. But yeah,
pro Paddington podcast.
Yeah, so I have posters all over my room and all over my house. When I lived, the previous place I lived, one of them was Paddington 2. I just took it down when I moved just because I wanted to put other stuff up. That movie is so amazing, and I will say this. Film Twitter, most of the film-loving community knows that movie is, like, amazing and heartwarming and, like, incredible. Yeah. I was so happy that it, A, got the shout-out, and B, that it was in, this great film that a lot of people are gonna see, and like it got like the credit it deserved on this big huge stage. And I was like, that is so awesome, because like I guarantee you more people are gonna go see this than probably saw Paddington 2. Like because Paddington it wasn't a flop, but like it's not doing Minions numbers.
Daniel said this movie was painfully unfunny. His other persona was just cringy. Wow. Was that just him DH or that was another actor like that?
No,
really
that was definitely
definitely
him.
I forgot.
It was definitely him with makeup,
right?
And then some DH.
Because were you the one that said to me, or was it may I heard somewhere else where it was like you wanted to make that kiss scene longer?
Yeah, no, that was the longer version.
Oh, that was. Oh, okay.
He was just supposed to kiss him like a peck.
Oh, okay.
But he was like, no, I feel like we should. I love how I said he.
Yeah.
Like it's not the same person. But it was just supposed to be like a peck like type of kiss. But Nick Cage was like, no, I feel like we need to make out. It's like okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I enjoyed it. Wasn't my like favorite thing in the world. 3 out of 5. So I don't think it was. I didn't think it was terrible.
This guy.
I just didn't think it was like when you came out. You were like, oh my god.
I mean, I'll say this.
I was like, I don't know if it's life changing like that.
That definitely was like a weak point, but I loved it. I absolutely like so much of this worked for me. But yeah.
Yeah, so I caught up. So that was my movies. Me and Brandon played through Halo 1. We started Halo 2. That's been uploaded, our little first part 1 on the gaming channel. So check that out. Probably stream it more this weekend maybe. Halo 2. Blast. What a blast. I've never played Halo 2.
More fun than Halo 1?
Way more fun than Halo 1. Way more fun.
You guys were dying both in the game and
Halo 2 it was fantastic.
Like a breeze.
That's all. It was just so much fun. Like just I mean, it's probably more fun co-op, but I can't imagine single player isn't less fun.
Mm-hmm.
But TV-wise, Atlanta, Barry's back. Watched the first episode of that. Barry forgot everything that happened, so we're talking about things that I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, that happened. Winning Time, caught up on that. Better Call Saul.
Gene Cousineau.
Yeah, Better Call Saul. You just finished the 3rd episode.
Mm-hmm.
What an ending.
Yeah.
I started the new show on HBO, We Own This City, about the Baltimore. They're called the Gun Trace Task Force. It was this like kind of task force in the Baltimore Police Department that was very corrupt. And it's about like how they got taken down. And I went and I had never heard of this, and this is a true story. It's limited series. I went in and I was like, oh, John Bernthal was probably playing like the good guy. No, bad guy. I was like, oh, okay.
Is John Bernthal like super skinny in that?
No, he's not. I don't think so. Don't know if I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna continue it. I liked the first episode enough. I tried to watch the 2nd episode of Halo today. I got through 45 minutes, almost done with the episode. I can't. Like, I just can't.
45 minutes
I almost finished it, and then some YouTube video popped up, and I was like, oh, I want to watch that. And I was like, I don't want to go back to the show.
No, I feel that.
So I was like, you know what? I think I'm done. I'm out on Halo, unfortunately. Games, love them. Show, not so much. And then I watched Moon Knight today, obviously. And that's it for me.
First trailer for Halloween Ends. I'll chime in throughout. We have the Twitter feed up for CINEMACON updates. Just want to let you guys know. First trailer, so not footage, edited trailer for Halloween Ends was just shown to audiences. Oh. The trailer was described as a savage brawl between Michael and Laurie that ends with Laurie holding a knife over Myers. So
when do you think she finds out that he murdered, what's her name?
Probably pretty early on.
I hope so.
Well, remember it's supposed to be like a time jump because the first 2 still take place in 2018.
Can in this movie, can they just show us how he got in the house, please? He just waltzed in the house.
Oh my God! Why was I thinking that this was 2023?
It's this year, bro. Last one came out last year.
I know. Well, we're in that weird part of the year that like October feels like it must have been this year. I'm like, that was only like a few months ago. That was like, what, 8 months ago that movie came out?
Do we think this is going to be better or
I think it'll
worse?
be better. I think I like I said, some of the choices in that were like wacky with Anthony Michael Hall with Evil Dies Tonight. I mean,
Evil Dies Tonight.
Then proceeds to, spoiler alert, then proceeds to get killed, and Evil's coming back for another movie.
Yeah.
But I liked it, but it was definitely a bridge movie, like 100%.
Yes.
It was definitely just like we want a Halloween trilogy.
Very Quantum of Solace-esque.
100%. I think that's a fantastic comparison. What is that?
What is that? Creep it, Megan.
That's Allison Williams.
That's scary. I don't like that.
Jesus.
That's all I've been watching. Do you want to go through what you've been watching, or do we want to talk about news, or because there's a lot of stuff to talk about. So.
Yeah, I'll go. I will go through real quick where I've been at. Alrighty then. Had I watched? Yes, I had. Okay. Yeah, so I've only seen 3 things.
Okay.
Is that true? Yeah, I have 3 things and I have 1 thing to talk about. Okay, so I went and saw The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. I'm gonna do a little
update on the ranking.
Yeah. So 4.5 out of 5. Then you and I went and saw The Northman on the 24th. That 5 out of 5. Think still I actually hadn't thought. Is that the best of the year? No. I still think Everything Everywhere. I'd have to see them both again.
Mm-hmm.
But right now I would go top 3 would be Everything Everywhere, Batman, and then Northman. I think. I think that's where I fall on everything. So that's really all I've seen. And then the other film I logged on Letterboxd was 3 minutes long, and that was The Simpsons When Billy Met Lisa.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
the Billie Eilish special. I should say I shouldn't say that. The Maggie Simpson special on Disney Plus. They do them all the time. I think that's like the 10th one that they've done. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. I really, the Star Wars one that they did. I think that was 2 years ago. That one was really good. Really thought out. Prequel, original trilogy, sequel, tie-ins, like references all over the place. This one was like really just bad.
Yeah.
It was just like Billie Eilish needs, is like struck by creativity when meeting Maggie Simpson. Like,
I mean, who wouldn't be?
She's just kind of like, wow, like, and then really the only real on-running joke is like that Billie changes her hair color. Like, that's it. Like, every scene she's got a different one of her different hairstyles. Yeah. And like that seemed to be like really the only joke that the writers were running with. So I don't know. I've said it before on the show. I'm not really a Simpsons guy. Like
So what you're saying is Disney ruined the Simpsons?
Absolutely, 100%. Well, really, what I think I'm saying is that Billie Eilish and Phineas ruined the Simpsons. Yeah. I think it's all on them. Actually, there was a really funny joke in there. Maggie goes to a recording session with Phineas. Phineas is in it too, which is Billie Eilish's brother. They're both in it, but he doesn't. He's like the Aberforth Dumbledore of that relationship. They're with like an orchestra, and Maggie Simpson comes in, and Billy's like, "All right, everybody, stop! Practice is canceled. Whatever. Like, we're gonna do that." And then one of them goes up to her and is like, Miss Eilish, I still haven't gotten my direct deposit for the Disney Plus movie, and she's like, "Get out of here!" I thought that was pretty funny. But that was really the only time like I actually like laughed out loud, just because I thought that was funny that it was like kind of Disney Plus poking fun at themselves or whatever. But yeah, I mean, it was pretty disappointing, just because I figured it would be like the Star Wars one, like pretty enjoyable, but really simple.
You're talking about Lisa.
What did I say?
I think you keep saying Maggie.
Oh, yeah.
I was a little confused because I was like, well, Maggie's a baby, and Maggie also doesn't talk.
Maggie was the Star Wars one.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
But yes, Lisa.
Okay, gotcha.
Absolutely. And then I purchased
Lego Star Wars?
Lego Star Wars.
Wow, look at that.
Saga. I'm currently on Revenge of the Sith.
I just beat that, actually. I'm on New Hope now.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, so I'm working my way through all the stories.
I got it. I didn't really feel like streaming, so I just dove right into it. I will definitely stream probably a replay, because
even if you don't stream it, just record it and just put it up. Although one thing I will say about YouTube's pissing me off. When I try to upload, I know they're like they're big files. I get it.
Yeah.
But like I uploaded it,
but they're still supposed to work.
Yeah, but I uploaded it on what was it? Whatever day it was. So I uploaded it in the morning. It took like, I don't know, an hour and a half or so to upload, because it was like 2-hour file. But then it took like a whole day to process the HD version. Steve Carell. And it was already up, and I was watching it on YouTube. It was 360p. I was like, can we get the 1080, please? Like, I don't know
why they do that.
I don't know why it takes so long. But yeah, is that it? Anything else?
Well, I just wanted to give my thoughts on it real quick of what I've played. I just bought it yesterday when ye old direct deposit hit. But I did play it from like 8 p.m. to like 4 a.m.
Oh, nice.
And then I played it again for a bit this morning. I pretty much agree with just the general consensus of everybody. I think the game looks fantastic. I think that some of the menu systems and some of the way that things are laid out, I've consumed a lot of content about the game. I had to look up certain things. Like I was like, how do I like unlock things? Like, where do I get abilities, or like, the multiplier? Like, how do I do that? And then I was like, oh, okay, you have to get data cards and then buy them with a data card.
I don't know
and with
why
studs.
that just seems too much to me. Like, I don't know why they made it where it's the data card and the studs.
Yeah.
Just make it the
And it's
data
like-
card or the studs.
And it's like, I get it that it's I get it because it's like they want people to just keep playing, keep having a reason to keep playing the game. But I will counter that with, I played Lego Star Wars 1, Lego Star Wars 2, and Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga many times, multiple times, all the way through. And it wasn't because I was like, oh, I need to get all the collectibles. It was, this is a great game, and the levels are fantastic. I will say so far, when this is kind of something that everybody said, the weakest part of this game, 100%, is the actual story.
Oh yeah,
It's so truncated, like especially Attack of the Clones. Really, in Phantom Menace, they don't even go to the Jedi Temple, like to talk to to have Anakin.
Yeah.
If you had no idea what Star Wars was and you played the Phantom Menace levels, Anakin does not go and meets to become a Jedi. There's not even a mention of it. And the Jake Lloyd Anakin from Episode 1 doesn't even have. Well, not that he would have, crazy force abilities or anything, but like he's literally just like one of the short characters that like has no abilities. He can just like smack things, and I'm like, this kid, he should be able to do something. Like that was annoying. And then Attack of the Clones really was. I felt it was really chopped down.
Do you agree though with me when I said that the campaign they don't take like an hour?
100%. Yeah, 100%. The streams that I was watching were definitely like exploring a lot. But yeah, like with what I was just saying with Attack of the Clones probably took me 50 minutes, 45 minutes, under an hour, if that. And it's like, you can't make these a little bit longer. You know what I mean? Like, I get that you have all these open worlds and stuff. But yeah, I'll have more thoughts on it, I'm sure, once I actually get further along. But, do you want to do Moon Knight or CinemaCon first?
I think,
because I feel like Moon Knight might be pretty.
That's what I was thinking.
I don't know.
This week, you said?
Yeah.
You said it might be. Yeah, I guess.
So.
If you want to start with it.
Just because it's like it's kind of that it's the penultimate episode type of thing where it's like a lot happened, but there's really, I don't know if there's much to talk about what happened, just because I don't know. It's just, I feel like it, we don't have all the answers and we're just on the precipice of getting the answers to everything. But I will just start out by saying I really enjoyed the episode. I am starting to notice an issue with the show.
Uh-oh.
And I want to get your thoughts on it before I say, and anyone in chat too. Let's see. Desired? Is that what that is? Desired? We are watching the CinemaCon updates. CinemaCon, unfortunately, is not like live streamed anywhere. It's a like a private event closed off.
Was Sony the only one you couldn't have your phones? Because people are tweeting from the conferences.
Yeah, that's.
But I thought you couldn't have your phones at any of them.
That is what I was under the impression of.
But maybe not.
Yeah, I don't know. Or I think maybe only press is allowed to have their phones.
Oh, maybe if you're a press credential.
Yeah. Okay. Because I will not
make sense.
Out anybody, but we do have a man on the inside that is not press. That is very close to the people in this room. So I got a direct line in there, which is the direct line is coming from an Apple Watch.
Right. Yeah.
So I don't know if. I think if I had to guess, it's probably not even phones. It's probably like laptops.
Yeah.
Because I feel like with their phones, you can take a picture. I feel like it's probably phones away, and let me make sure your webcam or whatever is covered or something. Because really, the only pictures we've seen from inside it is like the welcome screen, like welcome to the Warner Brothers panel, and people will go, all right, here we go, and then I think it's phones away.
Yeah.
That's probably what I think. But in years prior, 100%, it was like media lockdown. It was
that's what I was thinking.
Like even just the previous one that was in August, where they screened like Shang-Chi and stuff, that was like, all right, the panel's starting, and it would be dead silence from everywhere, from everything. So maybe they changed it. Maybe they lightened up some of the rules. But yes, we're not watching it, but we do have the live tweets up and everything, so we'll cut in with any news. And right after we do our quick Moon Knight review, we're going to be diving into some of the CinemaCon news that we've gotten so far during the event. But speaking of Moon Knight, I want to know your thoughts on this, and I want to know everybody in the chat who's watched this, even if you haven't watched the most recent episode, because it's really just kind of almost like a structural thing with the show, I guess. I just feel like, and I don't know what it is, I feel like the week between these episodes is like really getting to me.
Oh,
like
okay.
I feel like with WandaVision or Falcon and Winter Soldier or Loki or even just Hawkeye, just like recently with Hawkeye, even Boba Fett, I would always be like, oh, here we come. All right, we got how many more days till Wednesday, type of thing. With this, I feel like I'm starting to get into like almost like, oh shit, Moon Knight's tomorrow. And I'm like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I'm starting to be like, okay, so wait, what? Like trying to jog my memory of like, all right, what happened? And then that, like, I just feel like for some reason the pacing of this show is really, for me, getting stifled by like the week to week model for some reason. And you can tune into to last week's show to hear me, go on a 5-minute rant about why I think that everything should be the week to week model. But that being said, I don't know, it's just something about it. I feel like I'm like, it's like losing me. But I still enjoy the show. I think the performances are incredible and everything. I don't know what it is. I feel, and PJ Campbell, who's the head writer for the Schmodown and stuff, he put out a tweet thread that was saying something similar, not about the week to week model so much, but about, he's just like, I just feel like this show is like missing something. Like, because really, if we think about it from a story perspective, what has happened? Harrow wants to get to the tomb.
Yep.
He got to the tomb.
Yep.
He opened the tomb. Mark got to the tomb. What happens to Mark happens. That's it.
Yeah.
Like plot wise, that's all that's happened. And I get that it's a lot of, psychological stuff, and we're evaluating, his mind and going into his emotional state and everything like that. I totally understand that. But at the same time, I just feel like there's like, I don't know. I feel like it's just lacking like a drive. I feel like it keeps cutting its own momentum. I don't know. What do you think? Do you feel that at all, or do you feel like it's just, you're just running with it, just like any of the?
No, I think I'm just kind of running with it. Like like I like the show, so not everything has like been.
Oh,
his.
Desire.
Yeah, I saw that. I said WandaVision was meant to me.
This
Come
guy,
on,
WandaVision's
in my opinion, it's still the best MCU show. Sorry, just is.
Even over Daredevil.
That's not that doesn't count.
Pending.
Disney Plus show.
Pending.
Jeez. But no, I can kind of see where it comes from. I mean, this episode was kind of a lot of running around in like the same sort of place, and
I felt like it was a lot of like.
I felt like there was a lot going on. I felt like there was a lot going on.
Yeah.
To me, because we're going all these different layers of this guy's mind. It's like, where are we? I don't even know what's real at this point.
Oh, right.
Because I was
I'll get into what my thought,
right,
where I think everything is when you're done.
But no, I mean, every week I'm kind of like, oh yeah, Wednesday, like Moon Knight, cool. Like I like Oscar Isaac, Ethan Hawke, and in those roles, and I like the show. And I'm excited to see what happens in the last episode. But I can kind of see where it comes from, where it's kind of like, here's all this information, this one episode, and then okay, now let's get to the next week and then the next week. And it kind of comes like, I guess, monotonous at some points. But I still like look forward to the show. And I think maybe the show, I don't know, maybe some, I don't know if it's specifically this show, but maybe some shows work better with a just all at once model, but.
And I don't know. It's like, I get it. Like, I get the people that are like, well, this one should have just been a movie. Like, this is the first one that I feel, and we talked about it a little bit with Hawkeye, where we were like, did this warrant, like, 4.5 hours of screen time? You know what I mean? Like, or could this have been, like, a movie? I feel like this is the first one where I'm like, you would have lost some stuff, but it could have been a movie. I think this is the first one that I'm feeling that on. And I think a big part of that is just like the exposition nature of this episode was really, I was just like, man, this is some real traumatic, whatever, crazy stuff going on. I wish that we had gotten literally any indication of it prior to this episode at all. You know what I mean? Because, think about what we've been saying is like, oh, Steven was most likely probably created out of his, trauma over either what happened with Layla or what happened with Layla's father. But then to introduce, like, this whole other thing, and that's really where Steven was born, it's like, well, I don't know, it just felt very, like, last minute, I guess. But again, I feel like it's hard to judge when there's still one episode out there. But at the same time, like, in the trailers and stuff, we've seen, like, Harrow and Mark and Moon Knight like leaping at each other about to fight. So I'm like, is the last episode really going to resolve everything, or is it just going to be like a fight and then it's over?
Let's talk about like the actual episode itself. For me, I thought the episode was really good. Really interesting to see, kind of this whole balancing of the these hearts, and if it weighs out. If it balances, you're all good. You're going to spend your best of your life on wherever they're going. But if it doesn't, you're going down, being dragged down by these zombie things. And then having to try and explore this kind of this purgatory masked as a psych ward, I thought was really interesting, and opening up all the doors to see all these memories that Mark has.
Yeah.
At first, I thought, full spoilers for Moon Knight, I thought that Steven was going to be his
brother.
Yeah, like his kind of like a manifestation of his brother because he lost him. That's what I was thinking at first. But then when they said, "Oh, it was Mark created Steven in order to kind of have Steven take the brunt of the emotional abuse."
Weight.
Yeah, and then Mark is just kind of, how he is. Which I feel like, which almost is like, isn't it kind of weird? Because you don't get that from Steven. You don't get that he's like, like, I feel like, does that track in your mind correctly? Because more I think about it now, I'm like, but Steven seems like such a happy person. Like, not happy,
Steven even flat out says he has no memory of it.
That's true, yeah.
So, and I'm no doctor or scientist, so like I don't know the ins and outs of actual like DID, but like, when you see Mark, like kind of like rocking back and forth and going like, it's not my mom, like that is physically and mentally him literally disassociating from himself and from his life. So I think what it is it's somehow it's just like Steven comes out for two things, like so that Mark doesn't have to deal with it directly, so that he can just pretend that he is someone else. Because that's the thing at the end of the day. At the end of the day, and again, I'm not an expert on this, but my interpretation of what the show is presenting us is, at the end of the day, Steven is Mark. You know what I mean? Like period, end of story. Like, they are the same person. They're two totally different, alters and personalities, and to them, they are full realized people. But at the end of the day, they are sharing one brain, one body, all that stuff. So, I don't know. I think it's just really complicated. Like, I feel like Steven is there so that Mark doesn't have to feel like he's the one being abused. But then also Steven is there so that, like, Mark doesn't remember, and then somehow also Steven doesn't remember. So I think maybe they just block it out of their memory or something. Which is like crazy thought. What if the third personality whether it's Jake Lockley or whoever it might be, what if the third personality is like based on the traits like of his mother?
Oh, maybe.
Because she's so aggressive.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Yeah, I doubt it, but I mean, it would be interesting. I think that would be like a cool angle on it. I'm just kind of put off because I'm just like, where was all this stuff before? Like, we had no indication of his parents, no indication of anything. We've seen this past trauma of his, and then they're like, oh, but here's what really happened. It's all this stuff that we have not set up at all. And I was like, well,
I really thought they should have just done the third personality thing in this episode.
Yeah.
Like, I get like to balance. What would you say was in order to balance the scale? How did they do that?
So like what I was telling you was like, I took it as this is all based on the assumption that there is a third personality inside that sarcophagus. I took it all as like when Harrow judges him in the first episode and he says there's chaos in you. I took that as, okay, yeah, he can't be properly judged because there's these different personalities, different people in him type of thing. But no matter what Steven and Mark did, opening up to each other, whatever, it started to even out, but it never fully balanced with the two of them. So what I was telling TJ, like before the show was, I think that it's like, okay, if you have one of them separately, which is, what we see happen. If we have one of them separately, then they can be properly like judged or whatever. Whether it's good or bad or whatever, but they can be properly judged if it's one on their own. Or every personality has to be together as one. You know what I mean? Like, so it's either like you can judge just Steven, just Mark, just Jake, if that's who it is. Or if you're going to judge all of them as one person, you have to have all of them on the same page. You know what I mean? Like, so if there's 3 personalities, you can't judge Mark Spector's body with just Mark and Steven because there's somebody missing. You know what I mean? Like, that's like Steve and Mark can open up to each other as much as they want, but if they're not cutting the third one in, then it's never going to be balanced. You know what I mean? That was my take on it. But yeah. Because also, I don't even think that Steven was properly judged. I think that was more of a... he literally just fell off the boat. Well, he didn't fall. He got pulled off the boat.
Right, he
pretty
got pulled
violently.
off the boat, yeah.
I don't necessarily think that would have gone that way.
Right, because originally I thought they would have been like, oh, the scales aren't balancing. It's like, what could it be? And then they'd be like, oh, that sarcophagus from, that was, let's go open that. And then it turns out it's, Jake Lockley or whatever personality they choose it to be. And then they're balanced because now you fully realized, yourself, and then you are these 3 separate personalities and you were all sharing the same body and all that stuff. Yeah. I thought that would have made more sense to me, but, maybe they do that. Maybe they end it like that. I don't know, but
and then that's another thing that comes back to the overall structure.
Assuming there's a third personality.
Is every single one of these Marvel shows we always run into the exact every single time. We think it's one thing, think it's one thing, then either a villain or in this case, a death. Kind of like shakes things up right before the finale, and then we're like, how are they gonna? We've done this with every single one of these shows. How are they gonna solve everything in the last episode? Oh my god, this episode's gonna have to be like 90 minutes just to finish it all, and then
it never is.
It never is, and they never answer everything.
Yeah,
and I feel it's just I don't know. It's like I feel like now with this one, I'm like, all right, I think they need to reassess the strict 6-episode model. Because it's like, I feel like, honestly, Moon Knight could have been trimmed up in a few other places to expand on a few other things. Now, this is very easy for me to say, not having seen all 6 episodes and the whole picture of it and everything. But that's just my take on it. But yeah. Last, but I'll end off. I would give this one a 4 out of 5.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think it's for me, it's probably one of the better episodes.
Mhm.
But, yeah, I'm excited to see how, they end it, if they're able to stick the landing. If not, that would really suck. But they seem to be getting shorter and shorter with these shows.
Mhm.
Because, like, WandaVision was, 8, 9 episodes?
WandaVision was 9.
9, and
Because
then...
remember, it was, is there a secret 10th episode?
Right. And then Falcon
there
Winter
is. It's
Soldier
called Doctor
was,
Strange.
6.
That was 6.
6?
No, everything else was
everything
6,
else was 6.
except for What If. Yeah.
Oh, wow. And WandaVision, like, Wanda and Vision are established characters. I mean, you have to, obviously, it's a bigger story, I guess, but...
And really, also, that was all kind of like COVID, because 2 of the episodes had to get... 2 of the episodes of WandaVision had to be split because of, like, filming limitations, and then the first 3 episodes weren't supposed to release all together. Because if you remember, we got 3 episodes of WandaVision on the first day. Yeah. So, like, their whole, like, episode and how it was, like, split up, I think got a little wonky. So I think that's probably why. But it is weird. I mean, no matter how you slice it up, WandaVision has, the most amount of episodes. Like, it's not like, oh, they all have 6, but WandaVision has 7. WandaVision has 9.
Yeah.
So it's like, where is all that runtime going? Mm-hmm. But then again, I think the first episode of WandaVision was literally 22 minutes. And, like, that's never happened again with another one of the shows. So, like, I think that maybe is, like, part of it, too, is probably all has similar runtime, just is split up differently. But that's what I mean is, like, maybe, and I know we've talked about this before, like, with things like Batgirl and Blue Beetle and stuff, like, Warner Brothers is starting to put, made for HBO Max movies on there. I feel like Disney could do the same thing with Star Wars and Marvel. Is like, not everything has to be a show, and not everything has to be a theatrical movie. You could just make a Moon Knight Disney Plus. If you had said, oh my God, there's a Moon Knight Disney, it's the first Marvel original film on Disney Plus. It's going to be 2.5 hours Moon Knight, starring Oscar Isaac. You know what I mean? But, like, there you go. Like, that is, I think, where this show could have ideally landed. But, I don't know.
Yeah, again, 4 out of 5 for this episode. Excited to see what happens. Hopefully this review will be clipped out, except for last week where it just would not let you export for some reason.
Yeah.
Don't know why. But, you live and you learn. So, I think from here on out, I want to say we're probably going to talk about CinemaCon, right? Or no?
CinemaCon, and then we just have summer movie preview, which there is really kind of part of the conversation there is that there's not that much.
So first big news story at CinemaCon,
the big one for this guy,
was that Olivia Wilde was served on the stage. Well, I don't know if it was quite on the stage. Custody papers
she's probably
from
like backstage.
Jason Sudeikis. Apparently he had like a statement, I think.
I did
not like a
see
statement, but like or maybe it was just somebody explaining what happened. If I can find it now, I don't know.
Well, either way, more information would be great on that. I'll pull up some stuff here.
Sorry. This is from Variety. Film Updates tweeted, Jason Sudeikis had no prior knowledge that Olivia Wilde would be served with child custody documents during CinemaCon. This would solely be up to the process service company. He would never condone her being served in such an inappropriate manner.
Yeah.
So it seems like bad timing on the company's part. Very odd.
That's very
how does
weird.
serving work? Like, you just sit, like, they track them down, and then whenever they see him first sight, it goes, you've been served, and they walk away, right?
Oh.
Like in the show
let
and
me fill you in because of those shows and movies. I left something off of what I've been watching.
Oh, okay.
I am now fully caught up on the iCarly reboot. Oh. And the season premiere, she gets served. It's like this whole big elaborate. Sorry, the second episode. It's like this whole big elaborate ruse.
Yeah.
And, it's like Spencer's trying to date this girl, and she's like an activist, and she's like, oh my God, are you Carly? And it's really well done because she's like, she doesn't go, are you from iCarly? She goes, are you Carly Shay? And she said, yeah. And she said, oh my God, will you sign this? That would mean so much for our cause. And Carly's like, yeah, absolutely. And she goes, okay, Carly Shay, you've just been served. You have 30 days to appear in court or something. And I think that's genuinely what it is. It's like, like he said, Jason, he wouldn't have control over it. This is what has to happen. And then it's just left up to the company to, I think, like you said, part of it, I would assume, based on what I've seen in movies and TVs and stuff, is you do kind of want to catch them off guard, I guess, right? Because that's because otherwise they could just dodge it or whatever. I don't know. But that is wild. I don't know.
So that sucks.
Yeah. Very very weird.
Yeah.
CinemaCon story, but let's see. Let me pull up our TikTok because we have been doing a ton of CinemaCon TikToks.
No, just like TikToks in general. A ton.
Like literally a ton. Wow, Jesus.
You're looking at the amount.
Yeah. We've done
I shouldn't say we. You've done most. You've done almost all of them.
We've done 19 CinemaCon TikToks so far. I'd be doing some right now about the Universal announcements, but we are doing this show, which I may clip out and turn into TikToks. But let us see here. So first big things from Sony was that a lot of stuff for Spider-Verse. Number one being, which I think is just cool, it's not really news, but it's pretty cool, is Phil Lord and Chris Miller said that Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is the well, they didn't say it is by numbers the largest animated production ever.
1,000 people, I think, working
over
on it.
Yeah, it has 240 named characters. Sounds like Lego Star Wars. It has 240 named characters. Takes place across 6 universes, and over 1,000 people are working on it. So from top to bottom of production, over 1,000 people are working just to get that movie. And they showed the first 15 minutes of it, but our person in there did say that some of it was unfinished. Like,
I heard it was like there's like some sketches and stuff.
Yeah,
like that,
so like some of it was still in like animatic form. Some of it was, not storyboards, but like the previs and stuff. But either way, the stories all together now. I think it's just the working on the animation, which is like huge. And then also Spider-Verse 3, which was previously just Across the Spider-Verse Part 2, has officially been called and been changed to Beyond the Spider-Verse, and that will release on March 29th, 2024. So
cool name.
We have quite a bit of time to wait until Across the Spider-Verse comes out, and then we have quite a bit of time before Beyond the Spider-Verse comes out, and that's if Beyond doesn't get delayed or anything. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, I mean that. What do you think of that title? Do you think it fits? Do you like the just kind of swapping out the one word thing, or?
I'm just interested in what that means.
This is the second time this has happened for a Marvel Part 1 and Part 2. By the
way.
Like,
what do you think that means? Like Beyond the Spider-Verse, like where are we going?
Oh, I hadn't even thought about it like that. Yeah, I don't know. Beyond
Live
the
action?
Spider-Verse, maybe that is what it is. Maybe Madam Web, Dakota Johnson, confirmed.
To be in it?
I'm asking you.
Oh, I don't know.
Madam Web, confirmed.
Maybe.
But yeah, I don't know.
Confirmed to be. Obviously. But
I mean, maybe that is what it is. I don't know. That's tough or maybe there is something beyond it. Like maybe there is something that the second movie will establish that gets us even further into whatever all this stuff is. Then also at the Sony panel. This was all on Monday night for Sony's panel. We got I wouldn't say this one. I mean, we got Venom 3 is officially
Venom 3 with
confirmed.
Toxin. Oh, yay.
Yeah. There's going to be Toxin.
I still don't understand, like...
it's going to be? It's going to be Venom 3.
How is it not like Carnage is like the last one? Is Toxin that much worse? Surely not,
I don't
right?
know. I think... in terms of the comics, there's a whole hierarchy.
What did you do? I poisoned the drinking water. Like... Okay.
It's going to take place.
Granted, that's bad, but it's like,
Yeah. It's going to take place in Flint, Michigan.
With the Billy Baldwin lookalike.
Yeah.
What's his name again, the actor?
Stephen Graham.
Stephen Graham.
Not Stephen Grant.
No, Stephen Graham.
But yeah, what was I just going to say? Oh, yeah, it's
Venom 3
it's going to be called
announced.
Venom 3, Get Your Gas Masks.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Because there's going to be Toxin. Let there be Toxin. There you go. Maybe that's just what they'll be. Let there be Toxin, and then it's all building up to Venom 6, Let there be Spider-Man.
No.
I think it has something to do with Spider-Man. Morbius sweeps. Okay, so next up, Ghostbusters 4. Well, they didn't say a sequel to Ghostbusters Afterlife, which would officially be Ghostbusters 4, is officially also announced and being worked on currently, with Jason Reitman set to return to produce. And I think they only announced to produce, but I would assume direct and write as well, just because, Ghostbusters Afterlife, which I still have not seen.
I haven't seen it either.
Which by all accounts, I hear it's pretty good. They made a lot of money on that movie, so makes a lot of sense. Next up, we got. Oh, this isn't really. I don't think this is really CinemaCon news, but we got our first look at The Gray Man, which is the new Russo brothers film that's coming to Netflix, starring Chris Evans, Ryan Gosling, Ana de Armas, Janusz, Jessica Henwick, and Renee Jean Page from Bridgerton. That's going to come out on July 22nd. Check out those pictures over on our TikTok. And then we also, in celebration of CinemaCon, got our final poster, which is on display at CinemaCon, for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, which is a week away.
Just over a week away. Yeah.
It's insane. Oh, right. And then we got, again,
I meant to mention this too.
Again, not CinemaCon news, but dropped right in the middle of CinemaCon, which is longtime member of the family, Fast X or Fast 10, whatever you want to call it, director Justin Lin has walked off the set and parted ways with production after 2 days of filming.
Yes.
It wasn't like, the first pitch meeting went bad. They were filming the movie. Yes. This guy with this director who has directed 5 of the previous films.
Fast 9, Fast 6, Fast 5, the best one.
Everything. Yeah.
Fast and Furious, Tokyo Drift.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Oh, so this was going to be his 5th one?
Yes.
Yeah. So, has directed 4 and has been with the franchise for over a decade.
Mm-hmm. Due to creative differences, but I think
I
think we can agree probably why he left.
Yeah.
There's probably a certain someone to be a reason why he left.
Yeah. I saw a tweet that just perfectly summed it up, and it's like, if your diva or drama queen behavior costs your franchise its best director, that it's ever had, you are the problem.
He cost them its biggest star.
No, exactly. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. I don't know, man. It's just that I think it's probably good that they're winding down, at least this iteration of the family.
So. Of the movies. Yeah. I mean, this is going to be 2 movies though.
Yeah.
Like I think it's like part 1, part 2, or maybe just 10, 11. But I think he was supposed to direct both of them.
Yeah.
And this is a week in.
Yeah.
So who's taking over, I guess? That's the real question.
They said all production has ceased and is paused, and they're currently on the market for a new filmmaker.
Give me
so that's great.
Give me the guy who directs the John Wicks.
David Leitch?
Yes. No. He doesn't do John Wick.
He did the first one.
No, doesn't this stuntman guy does? Oh no, the second
Chad
and third
Scalisty.
one. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, both of them directed the first one.
Oh, they did? Oh,
and then
my apologies.
They split up, not harshly, but they split up because then David Leitch went and did Deadpool 2.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, okay. And then now they're kind of on two different paths.
Yeah, give me Chad Stahelski.
Yeah. Either one of them, honestly. I think
Keanu,
David Leitch is probably a little busy right now, but
yeah, probably.
Yeah, either one. But I also genuinely, I said it kind of as a joke, but I do think after Ambulance and stuff, I think if you give it to Michael Bay, whatever, it's gonna be a.
Although you said those drone
way.
shots were, no drones, please.
Well, I don't watch the Fast and Furious movies, so it's like it's not like I'm gonna.
No, I know, but I mean, like you just said, the drone shots were nauseating.
No, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, that was Ambulance was pretty surprisingly good, but those drone shots are really, really got to me. Then we had a Warner Brothers panel yesterday where they officially announced that the Batman 2 is happening, is being worked on. The direct line was Matt Reeves, Robert Pattinson, and the entire returning cast. So I would assume that definitely means Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman, Jeffrey Wright as Gordon, Andy Serkis as Alfred, and then I don't know. We could see everybody come back villain side. Like we could.
Did you say Colin Farrell?
Well, they just said and the returning cast. So I'm just assuming it's. I would say definitely Gordon, Catwoman, and Alfred will absolutely be back. But I think at least it's a maybe for Penguin, Riddler, Joker. Or they could just those guys could take a back seat for a minute and then focus on somebody else. Another villain. I think that this universe in particular is perfectly set up for a Harvey Dent to come in.
Yep.
Hopefully, we don't have to get it as truncated as we did in like the last 30 minutes of The Dark Knight, and we can have maybe like a full movie with Harvey Dent, and then the next movie he becomes Two-Face. Not to say that Harvey Dent wasn't like great in that movie, but regardless, who'd you cast? Oscar Isaac.
Okay, sure, Oscar. Oh, for you?
Yeah.
Harvey Dent, I don't know.
Harvey, it's gonna be okay.
Give me like how about like a John David Washington?
Ooh. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. I like that. And you bring it back to Billy D.
That's what I was thinking.
Let us have a
I said, well, it can't be Billy D. Williams.
Yeah, like let us have a live action black Two-Face. They took it away from us. They changed him into Tommy Lee Jones. And then we finally got Billy D. Williams as Two-Face, but it was animated. Lego Batman. One day. So then we got our first look at the Barbie film with the picture of Margot Robbie as Barbie, and they also showed a extended 10-minute cut or 10-minute like reel of the Wonka.
I want to know
movie.
What that looks like. I'm very curious.
There was a lot of like I saw a wide range of reactions to that. Like some people were saying that it was what was like the term that they used? They said that it was like if something mixed with like The Greatest Showman.
Okay.
Like it's like they're going for I think they said if like Paddington met Greatest Showman type of thing.
Very feel good.
Yeah, which I was surprised about because I thought it was maybe gonna be like
with that one shot you just see of Tim. He almost looks like he's like, and it's just him doing whatever he's doing. But it almost like I get a feeling that it's like, oh, is this just like some dark backstory?
That's what I was gonna say. I got the impression like that it was more of like a dark thing.
Rest in peace, Christopher Lee. But that whole thing.
I haven't seen bicuspids since these candy is a waste of time.
You put Timothy Chalamet in the whole
in the getup.
Yeah.
You won't get away this time, Dooku. Man, Christopher Lee, R.I.P. How about that? There was fan art though of Pierce Brosnan as Dooku. If you had to do like bring the character back or something, I think you could do. I think that'd be great. And there's really no gauge of like how old like Dooku, was supposed to be. So like you could have him play him in a movie or something. But Count Dooku aside, some people said that they really enjoyed the Wonka footage. Some people were like, it didn't really work for me type of thing. But then other people were saying that they were like in tears because like there's
it is a weird like.
Oh, and
I need a Wonka origin story? Like
quasi confirmation, which was already speculated that he is the Gene
Wilder one. Okay,
yeah.
Interesting.
Which
Can you imagine he was Johnny Depp one?
I think just that.
Up and out.
What is he saying? Oh, good morning, Starshine. The Earth says hello.
Yep, that is what he says.
Wow, there you go. What a movie! I gotta rewatch that. I think just that alone will get people in the theater to be like, "Oh, what's this about?" Like it's literally a prequel.
Well, you know why it has a Paddington feel to it? It's because Paul King's directing it.
Oh,
He
there you
directed
go.
both the
Yeah,
Paddingtons.
there you go. Wait a minute. Didn't Paul King like have to drop out of Paddington 3?
I hope.
Scheduling?
What?
I feel like something happened with that.
It's not on his IMDb.
But is it on? Did you check? You gotta untick released. Did you
What
do
do
that?
you mean?
You go to his thing
Yeah.
and then go to.
I do see all. I do upcoming
filmography?
projects.
Oh,
See?
jeez, damn. Yeah, I thought I heard that like he wasn't gonna return or something.
Boo.
You got anything there?
Nobody attached to direct at the moment.
Yeah,
according to IMDb.
I think that is what it was. Well, maybe if Paddington 3 gets delayed, like if you delayed another year, I'm sure he'll wrap up Wonka.
You
and then
ask
he
the
probably could
people,
come
what
back.
would they rather see, Paddington 3 or Wonka? Hands down, they're going to say
Paddington 3, 100%. Make them the same movie. I don't care.
Same
Cross
movie,
them
yeah.
over. I don't know. I don't care. Give me a. You know what I want to see that, and then I also want to see it to expand the Wonka universe. Somebody who's in the Paddington films that I think could play an elderly.
Do you think Grandpa Joe is going to be in?
You just set me up perfectly, because you could also use the same guy for Grandpa Joe. I was gonna say, if Tom King wants to then go to the end of Wonka's life, he's in the Paddington movies. He's worked with him. He's a great actor. You get Peter Capaldi in.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
Peter Capaldi in Wonka as Grandpa Joe. Perfect. Little Paddington reunion while we're at it. Like, Peter Capaldi's on the up and up. He's got a whole bunch of shit coming out. He's just in Suicide Squad. I think it could work. I think we have a maybe they do another movie.
I'm interested.
Joe,
I'm interested.
you know,
Joe. I'm interested to see what.
for 20 years.
Is there
he
going to be
lay
a
dormant.
Slugworth?
Oh,
I mean,
feel
how,
like you
how
gotta
young
have.
is Timothy Chalamet's
I mean,
Wonka?
he's probably
20s?
got to be like in his 20s. I feel like that might be too early.
That is
for like,
definitely too early.
Then
yeah.
you're getting into like, is it like a Harry and like Draco situation? Like, has Slughorn been like plaguing Wonka
Yeah, I
since
said
they were
Slugworth.
like
That's Harry
15?
Potter.
No, that's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, yeah, Slughorn is Harry
Slughorn
Potter.
is. Yeah.
I was just saying, like, if you make it like they were childhood rivals,
okay. Yeah.
I'd be like, that might be a little too like, you know, like I don't want any sort of destiny to be involved in this film, unless it's, you know, about, I don't know about.
Yeah, so the IMDb description, which I don't know if this is actually true, says the story will focus specifically on a young Willy Wonka and how he met the Oompa Loompas on one of his earliest adventures, which I'll be honest, that does not intrigue me whatsoever.
Is anybody in the cast with as Prince Pondicherry?
Not listed.
Because if you remember, the Johnny Depp one.
Keegan-Michael Key is in this?
Yeah, they said that he was a big standout of the footage they showed. That he has like a whole song number, like, because it's a musical.
Right.
Yeah. Which also, do we know? Can Timothy Chalamet sing?
I don't know. Can Olivia Colman sing? Can Rowan Atkinson sing?
Rowan Atkinson can definitely.
Oh, he
sing.
can.
Yeah.
Can Sally Hawkins sing? Sally Hawkins, Paddington.
There you go. I don't know. I just hope they don't fucking bring
Matt Lucas, Paddington.
Big Paddington.
He's the
here.
taxi driver in the first one.
Who's that?
That is Jim Carter.
Is that the guy from?
Wait, this guy?
No, this guy.
This guy, Jim Carter.
Is that the guy from Downton Abbey?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Carson.
I recognized him by his eyebrows. But yeah, they said Keegan-Michael Key's like dance, like song number was like really good. It was called "You've Never Had Chocolate Like These," or "Chocolate Like This," or something.
Interesting.
And then apparently the other portion of the footage was some scenes with him and Sally Hawkins, who's playing his mother.
Timothy Wonka's mother? Interesting.
Yeah, Mrs.
Okay.
Wonka.
So nobody's a dentist in the family, we don't think.
I would assume that they're still gonna go with that.
I was gonna say.
I mean, his
I feel
dad
like you
is.
have to.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, I would. That's why I was saying
That
about
wasn't.
like Prince
That's never
Pondicherry.
mentioned in the original, right? It's only in the Johnny Depp one.
Yeah, that's what I was saying with like the Johnny Depp one and like Prince Pondicherry is the Johnny Depp one, for all its weirdness, it's very accurate, like to the book.
Oh, okay.
Like that's like what this like with his dad being a dentist is, you know, with one of the first things he like did after he got the Oompa Loompas was like making the like castle out of chocolate for Prince Pondicherry. That was like the one where he was like, "Oh, you'll have to start eating right away," and he was like, I don't intend to eat my castle. I intend to live in it or whatever. Like, so I'm hoping that they bring all that stuff in because you're right. Like the Gene Wilder one was like solely focused on Charlie. Like there was no hints or anything about Wonka's backstory in that movie.
Right.
Now the one thing that will be interesting is if it is supposed to be the Gene Wilder one, what are they gonna do with the Oompa Loompas? Because those guys back then, they were. I don't know if you could do that today.
Yeah, probably not.
With the painted faces and.
Correct. Yeah.
That's one thing. The Oompa Loompas in that, first of all, technical marvel and achievement with with Deep Roy like playing against himself, doing all that stuff on that big of a scale. But like, I wonder who you get. I think the Oompa Loompas been cast. I don't know.
Oh my God, these are actual pictures of her. So she's on the stage.
That's what she was holding?
I guess. Right? That's it has to be.
Yeah. Wow.
That's crazy. Can you imagine being a person with that company? You have to walk up on that stage or something.
That's insane. I don't even understand how they get allowed back
happening,
there.
Right?
I would assume. I don't know.
Huh. Weird. Okay.
Maybe they like walked right up on the stage.
Yeah. Well, there's probably no video of it either.
Yeah.
But, damn.
And then last thing from the Warner Bros. Panel is that they ended with a big.
They said Flash and trash. Sorry.
Ooh. No, they did a big Flash trailer showing off. They said a lot of similar footage to what we've seen before, but the end shot from the first trailer that we got, where it's Barry being like so are you in or will you help us or whatever. We then see the answer to that is Michael Keaton with sans cowl, so just his head, but in the bat suit, and he goes, "So you want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts." I don't know how I feel about that.
That's actually what he said?
No, 100%.
I saw that the other day. I saw that on Twitter. I go, "Oh, that was a joke."
No.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
The way that I said it is I still don't think it works, but the way that I said it is the only way that could work.
Yeah.
Because if he goes, "So you want to get nuts?" If he goes full 89 like crazy, then that really, I don't know what they're doing.
I thought that was a joke when I said
But if he says it in a gruff old Batman voice,
Yeah.
just referencing the line, then I'll just be like, okay, well, But if it's the same delivery and it doesn't even fit the scene, I'll be like, what are we doing here? Not that this whole movie isn't what are we doing here anyways. And then just another one is they showed that Michael Shannon will be back as
Zod.
Zod.
I did see that. Yep.
I would assume that most likely has something to do with covering Supergirl's origin. I don't think it's going to be anything crazy. It's probably
do not
just gonna
expect
be a
Henry
flashback.
Cavill to be in this movie.
No. Michael Shannon now will have appeared in more DC films than Zod will have appeared in more DC films than Henry Cavill as Superman.
Well, clearly
That
they
is
just don't like him.
ridiculous.
That's obviously what it is.
Yeah, that is pretty much it. And then we already covered some stuff for the Disney panel that was earlier today.
Let's talk about Avatar.
We're gonna get there.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you just closed TikTok, so I didn't know you were going through that.
I didn't make any TikTok about it.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
But yeah, with the Disney panel, we talked about a little bit that they showed a little bit of Thor: Love and Thunder, and then they showed 15 to 20 minutes of Doctor Strange. They also showed the first 30-minute. They showed the first exactly 30 minutes of Lightyear, which they said had most of the auditorium in tears.
Wow, tears.
Yeah. And they said that this is interesting, Lightyear is the first ever animated feature made for IMAX.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
okay.
First ever animated feature made for IMAX. That's pretty cool. That's got me pretty intrigued. And they said that it's visually beautiful. Chris Evans is great. They said that it has truly the one of the best on-screen LGBTQ, relationships presented, not just oh, that was the summer that Gellert and I were in love. It's like an actual straight up same-sex relationship being shown on screen, which is great. We also got just now, actually, at the Universal panel, Billy Eichner is on the screen for the movie, the new movie Bros, which is the first gay romantic comedy produced by a quote major studio. So whatever, there have been same-sex or LGBTQ like comedies before and stuff, but this is going to be a big like theatrical release type of film, produced by and starring Billy Eichner, so that's cool as well.
Oh, I thought it said he was directing it too. No,
is it? I missed that.
I thought I saw a tweet that said he was directing.
No, it says director Nicholas Stoller.
Oh, okay.
There you go. But he is definitely producing it. Maybe he wrote it.
I think he might have.
Yeah, that might have been it. That makes sense. But yeah, so that's cool news as well. Not from the Disney panel, but that's just like we said, there's the Universal one is going on literally right now. And then the big thing besides probably Doctor Strange at the Disney event was they showed everybody, I believe they said 20 minutes, right? I think of Avatar.
2? Of
Avatar 2 with the 3D experience, everything like that.
I'm hearing this is beautiful.
I'm hearing
the tweets I've read. It's beautiful in 3D and everything. So maybe I'll have to see it in 3D.
And yes, they showed that off. They revealed that the film is officially going to be called Avatar: The Way of Water, which is like interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I did see somebody say though, like I get it because it's literally the name of the film is the highest grossing film of all time, Avatar. But they were like, why are these films still called Avatar? If it's not gonna but I was not aware that because a bunch of people were saying that. Does that mean that like there's no humans?
Good question. I don't know.
Because I gotta rewatch that. I mean, it's not.
Well, you can rewatch it on September 23rd when it's re-released on
remastered 3D conversion,
Oh,
visual
okay.
effects,
Yeah.
and sound for Dolby Atmos.
September 23rd this year.
Yeah.
It's coming worldwide.
And I told my mother earlier, I was like, right now it pisses me off because it's the #1 movie in the world of all time by like a handful of millions of dollars. It beat Endgame because it re-released for like one weekend in China or something. This at least, this September 23rd release date, it will make tens of millions of dollars.
Yeah.
It will make, if not even more than that. So I'm like, okay, at least now it can fully, say that it beat Endgame.
Did you see it in theaters?
Oh yeah, I definitely.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't.
Back
I
then,
watched it.
for sure.
We rented it, and I watched it at home with my dad.
Mhm.
What year did this come out?
2009.
9? So I never had I think it might have actually. No, never mind. I was like, did it come with 3D glasses?
You weren't interested to see if they obtained the unobtainium?
I was not, no. But I am excited to go and watch it again.
Yeah.
And I might.
Oh, I'll definitely.
I think
go
I'm
see
definitely
this.
gonna see. Maybe I don't know.
We
the
gotta
first
do IMAX
showing
for this for the
I was thinking-
re-release.
Well, the re-release,
Yeah.
but I'm thinking I might see the second one in 3D because the first one was that revolutionary, like, oh my god, like this
Yeah.
is what movies can be, you
Yeah.
know, in the next however many years.
Mhm.
3D significantly fallen off since then.
100%.
3D probably should just be dead. In my,
I can tell you firsthand
kinda-
right now. For some reason, it is coming back.
yeah, for some reason, but,
Starting with The Bad Guys.
Oh yeah,
We're running 3D. Don't know.
and there
why.
haven't been that many Marvel 3D movies.
There haven't been
lately,
any.
right?
There haven't been any.
I remember when we were
No
doing
Way
them all
Home.
the time.
No, yeah, it all used to be. It used to be exact. It used to be 50-50 screen ratio.
Mm-hmm.
No Way Home, we had 3D for 1 week, and then it was gone.
Plus the 4DX, which kind of.
Well, but I mean
Yeah.
like 3D, like
Okay, just
3D
3D.
glass. Yeah, because
Okay.
that's like a different print altogether type of thing. But yeah, now we've gotten 3D now for The Bad Guys, and then we're gonna get 3D for Doctor Strange. So seems like they're slowly dipping their toe back in the water. But yeah, I mean, I gotta say, I'm excited to see it. Right? I'm not like oh my god, what's been happening with Jake Sully and
like
Zoe Saldana?
I have had the stance
you know,
where it's like, do we really care about Avatar anymore?
Yeah.
But I mean, I am kind of excited to go back and rewatch. I've only seen it once.
Yeah.
Once or twice, I think. So I'm excited to go back and watch it, and then
yeah, like I definitely rewatched it. Like when Disney, like since the Fox,
right?
Like I rewatched it since the Fox merger when it was added to Disney Plus. Like whenever it was added to Disney Plus, I watched it. I don't remember. I mean, but even that was like 2 years ago, at this point. So like I really can't remember. Like I remember Jake Sully, Stephen Lang.
All I know is if you
RIP.
like mechs, you should go watch this movie. Right?
Yeah, and then like Sigourney Weaver plays Grace, but then again, it's like Grace and Jake and like characters like that. They were avatars, like they were humans as well. But then I know that Jake, at the end of that movie, spoiler alert, he chooses to become one of the Na'vi. Like that's what the whole movie is about. But I still don't know if that means that there's just no humans on the planet. Like that's just what the take from a lot of people seeing this footage have said. And I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I guess that's just plain and simple what it is. But yeah, I'm excited for it. Don't really know what to think right now though, because we don't really have a lot of information type of thing. But
oh, it says
excited to see it.
Michelle Yeoh was in this.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I think she said. And also another tidbit.
Eddie Falco is in this.
Whoa. Another tidbit on it. Oh, Jesus! I really can't read right now. Jeff Snyder just said 50 seconds ago. So the Universal panel was supposed to be 2 hours. He said this presentation is now at the 2.5 hour mark, and we still haven't gotten to Jurassic World.
Oh my god!
Yikes. But yeah. All right. You want to talk a little summer movie preview?
Sure.
A little look at the summer months coming up here. Now I would say especially in April this month, we put out those TikToks of ranking what we were looking forward to coming out in April, because there was just so much coming out, and we were like, wow, like this is really like, we're back. Like the theaters are back type of thing. I gotta say, when I was putting together the look ahead at some of these summer things, I don't know. It's not as packed as I feel like it once was.
You want to see Memory this week? No? Okay.
I still have to see Lost City, which by all accounts was an actual good movie, so I'll probably see that.
Oh, yeah.
And then maybe. So let's start off with, I would say, kicking off the summer movie season, Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. Let's go. We're going to go through these. We're going to go through these pretty quick. We're going to go with give me your anticipation for it out of 10.
Okay.
And then at the end, we'll pick the 3 that we're most excited for.
Okay.
So like I said, kicking off things, we have Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, May 6th, next week, kicking off the summer movie season. You might be like, May is not summer. Well, before the pandemic, summer was starting to be April with Endgame and Infinity War.
Felt like summer earlier in the week, and then it turned to winter again.
Yeah, it was 85 2 days ago, and I woke up with snow all over my car.
Yep.
Thank you, Buffalo. And genuinely also thank you, Buffalo, because this is the reputation that Buffalo has, but I feel like we've gotten it easy for like 6 years of not having that, and then it's like, what are they thinking? Just all of a sudden going back to that? Yeah. I'm not prepared for that. I didn't have the shovels out.
So Doctor Strange,
out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Full 10.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this guy, he said it's gonna be like WandaVision all over again.
Oh yeah.
But Sam Raimi this time.
I'm sure it'll be good.
Oh. I got you for 3 minutes. Yeah. Bones Helmicraw. Yeah, I'll go 10 out of 10.
Okay.
I mean, crazy. We've been anticipating this for how many years? May 13th. That's not the right poster for it, but whatever. May 13th, Firestarter. You know what this is? Are you interested in this?
Yeah, we saw the trailer.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah,
4.
4 out of 10.
Yeah.
All right, that's fair enough. I'll give it a 5 out of 10. I would say purely for Zac Efron alone, because he's capable of really good performances.
Mm-hmm.
The trailer looks good. I don't think it looks like, oh my god, this is gonna be amazing. But I think it looks good. It might end up being a nice small movie.
Mm-hmm.
There is a lot of just. If you want to find out really how much crap comes out all the time, just go into the coming soon section of IMDb because they list literally anything coming out. All right, so May 20th, we have our first showdown here. So May 20th. I just saw it on your phone. I just want to cover it real quick.
Oh yeah.
I literally just caught it out of the corner of my eye. So oh god, what was it, 6 or 8 months ago or something, a toy box leaked for Lucasfilm Toys, Black Series figure, and it had all the Lucasfilm branding on the side, and there was one on there, and it was all official packaging, and there was one on there called Star Wars Tales of the Jedi, and for literally 6 months, people were like, what is this?
This is the first I've heard of this,
of the toy thing?
Of the Tales of the Jedi.
It's the first, besides that one picture.
Well, even the toy thing, I never even heard of that.
Yeah, so. I mean, that kind of came and went, and people were like, well, I don't know. But because like I said, it was a long time ago. People were like, what is this? Is this a new live action show? Is this a new publishing thing? Is it animated? Whatever. And finally, now today, the official StarWars.com has been posting the panels like crazy for Star Wars Celebration, which is just in exactly 1 month from literally right now. And I have requested off 2 days of the event. I'll be doing a live stream watch along for most of it, and I'll probably be doing a Lego May 26th to 29th.
Okay.
I will probably be streaming Lego Star Wars and doing a watch along at the same time. I'll be watching a Celebration, because unlike CinemaCon, all of Celebration, this is one of the best parts of Celebration, is that all of Celebration is live streamed from beginning to end, the entire weekend. The only thing they don't show is when the saga movies were coming out, they they would be like, well, we're going to turn the camera off when we show the exclusive footage or whatever. But yeah, so I'll be doing that. And then what they posted was it said, come witness this panel hosted by I believe it's James Arnold Taylor, and then it said featuring writer and producer Dave Filoni. And it basically described Tales of the Jedi as a new anthology animated series on Disney Plus, where every episode would focus on a different Jedi throughout, all of Star Wars. So you could get, an episode with a Jedi from the High Republic, an episode maybe about Finn training or something, an episode about Rey, an episode of an adventure we never saw with Luke. You do a ton of stuff in the Clone Wars, but one of the things I was talking to somebody about earlier was that unexplored gap of a decade between episode 1 and 2. There's nothing in there. We could maybe get something set around the time of the Acolyte, these things that are starting to come up. I think it's a really cool concept to just have, all right, every single episode just be focusing on a different Jedi, meet this Jedi. Could be ones we know, could be ones we don't. Did I send you a picture of Plo Koon yesterday?
No.
I really thought I did. I was going to. I was looking at Plo Koon and I was like, I want this guy to have a show. And then they announced this, and I'm like, give me an episode about Plo Koon. Give me a Kit Fisto episode. Show me about the droid attack on the Wookiees, Kiadi. You know what I mean? I want to see that stuff. And I've seen already people have been a little critical of well, do we need more stuff set around Clone Wars? But it's it doesn't. I doubt it's all going to be set around Clone Wars. But also, believe it or not, there are still some stories in the Clone Wars that, we could see, that we could be interested in or something. But yeah, so that was also some news that I'm sure we'll go over in more detail next month when Celebration rolls around. May 20th, we have a showdown here. I know this is going to be a hard one for you. We got Downton Abbey, A New Era versus A24's Men, directed by Alex Garland.
Downton Abbey 0. Men 7.
I'll go Downton Abbey. I'll give it a 2. I've never seen anything from Downton Abbey ever, but I really want to know why Maggie Smith was left that villa in France. But I'll give Downton Abbey a 2 out of 10 in terms of anticipation, and I'll give Men I'll give it an 8. I really liked that trailer. I thought Jesse Buckley looked great. Rory Kinnear looked really good in his role.
Yeah.
So and Alex Garland. I mean, Annihilation, Next Machina. What do you have to say? Top Gun Maverick, May 27th.
I've never even seen Top Gun, but I'm at like I'd say probably like an 8.
Really?
Yeah.
I have never seen Top Gun, despite having owned the full special feature steelbook of it for the past 5 years, which is downstairs right now, and I've never opened it. But it looks pretty cool. I will watch it before this.
Yeah.
I will say, and I'm somebody who I love Tom Cruise. I love Chris McQuarrie. I mean, Mission Impossible is one of my favorite franchises of all time. Literally, both of them, reteaming with Chris McQuarrie, producing this and everything. I'd say I'm like a 5. I'm just like,
I thought the trailer looks really cool.
The trailer definitely looks really cool. Like, I'm excited, and all that 5 is coming from Tom Cruise, and I gotta see this in IMAX. Like, because it's like, how can you not? Like, like you said, the trailer, half of it is just, it's really him most of the time. It's really him flying the plane with the footage. Like, it's insane that they even did that. And that being said, any of the stuff even that isn't them really flying, the CG looks incredible, like the landscapes and stuff. So just for the technical aspects and stuff, because really I have absolutely no care or attachment for this.
Right. I'm going to take mine down to a 7.
Okay. Yeah, so, I'll go 5 out of 10. But 5 out of 10 leaves me perfectly open to be happily surprised if I end up really, really enjoying it. Also, May 27th, this actually might be a split in your home. May 27th, the Bob's Burgers movie.
For me, that's probably like a 5.
Do you watch the show with her? Like, do you if you watch
I don't know how much she watches it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know she still really likes the show.
Yeah.
But I don't know how much she watches it anymore. I'm at like a 5. I'm intrigued. I'm hoping maybe it's kind of like a Simpsons-esque movie. Which I thought they were doing another one. I don't know what happened to that. But
God, when was the first one?
It was a while ago. It was like 2011, I want to say.
Jeez.
But I'm at like a 5. Probably.
Okay.
It's probably earlier than that.
I just want to catch up with chat. So Michelle said, never saw Avatar before, so I'm going to and see it in September. I feel like you definitely have seen Avatar before. Although I don't think I went with you to see it in theaters.
Simpsons movie 07, so not.
Are you kidding?
Not 2011.
Holy Jesus! If they're gonna do another one, you know what? At this point, do a second movie when the show ends.
Yeah.
Be like, all right, it's gonna end, with season 38 or something, or I don't know, whatever it might be, and then be like, and then we're gonna do one more movie, and that's it. Oh, there you go. And then Michelle also said, Firestarter, just watch the original. Yeah.
I didn't know it was a remake.
Drew Barrymore when she was a small post ET. And then she said, I'm sorry, wait, neither of you have seen Top Gun? Not even Sean. Sean, how did you not see Top Gun in the household? I never did. Never cared to. I don't know. And then Danielle said, getting back into it on Hulu before the movie comes out. There you go. Let's see. What else? Okay, and then we have a little bit of a gap until June 10th. We have Jurassic World Dominion. I don't know really your
5.
gauge on this. Really?
Yeah, dude, Jurassic World was not good. The second one,
Fallen Kingdom?
yeah, it wasn't good.
But it doesn't give you any like good faith.
Here's what I just can't with these movies, because it's such. I get it. It's a movie. I understand.
Mm-hmm.
But there has to be some logic in bringing dinosaurs back is not a good idea.
Yeah.
And now you release them on the world. Just like Jeff Goldblum said at the end of the second one.
We're truly in a Jurassic World, you know?
Like, I'm excited to see Laura Dern, Sam Neill, and Jeff Goldblum return. And I like, I like Bryce Dallas Howard. Chris Pratt is great in the movie and everything, or in the 2 previous ones. But, it's just like, how many times can we go over this? It's like, I get it. The dinosaurs, don't bring them back.
That's why I really just hope that. Well, I guess I'll go with mine.
And we will be doing a ranking of these Jurassic Park movies, by the way.
Yes, absolutely. We will be doing a ranking, and we may be doing something else, which we will, might have more info on in the weeks and days to come about the. Yes, but we will definitely be doing.
What are you at
for sure
on that?
I'm in like a solid 8 or 9.
You're a crazy person.
You're
setting yourself up for disappointment.
Well, the thing is, I love the original so much. I think that Sam Neill, Laura Dern, and Jeff Goldblum coming back is really good just on their pure chemistry alone. And I think there's somebody with an axe to grind and something to prove to everyone in the world coming back to this film, who is Colin Trevorrow. The director. Yeah. He didn't do the last one. Jurassic World was the worst thing I can say about Jurassic World is that it's just Force Awakens for the Jurassic franchise. And if that's the worst thing,
I barely remember that movie.
And if that's the worst, Jimmy Fallon was on like a TV or something.
I remember like the ball thing.
Yeah, he was on the TV.
Or was that the second one?
No, that was the first.
That was the first one.
Yeah.
Okay.
The second one, remember they find the Jeep. From the original part.
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Lightyear?
Well, I just want to get my... Okay. I do have faith that after Book of Henry and everything that went down with Rise of Skywalker, I think Colin Trevorrow is like, I have a vision to cap off this franchise. Let me do it. And I think from all accounts, they let him do it. So it's like... Let
me cap off this franchise.
Yeah, exactly. Don't take this one from me. I saw Kathleen Kennedy out of the Starbucks and he jumped. That's horrible. But yeah, so I have faith in that, and like you said, I enjoy Bryce Dallas Howard. I think that she's great. I think especially now that she feels so comfortable behind the camera, I have even more faith that she would be the type of person that's like, why are we doing this? Type of thing. If things were pointed weird, and like you said, I think Chris Pratt as Owen is a really good action hero lead of this franchise. And like I said, they're really billing it as the end. So it's like I feel like a lot of crazy shit could just go down. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of people could die. If this really is the last one for 10, probably only 10 years or something, but if they really are taking a break and putting it all on pause, what does the world look like? Is this going to end with, well, that's it. They won.
They won.
Is this literally just a absolute, this is how society decays? Or is it something that's and then they found the chemical that,
Major props if they just let the dinosaurs take over.
No, absolutely. That's what I mean. That would be so cool. And Colin Trevorrow's script, it's out there, Duel of Fates. He was doing some wild stuff to end that franchise. You know what I mean? He was, Hux was gonna, end his life. Stormtrooper Rebellion, he was blowing it all up. So if he's got the keys to Jurassic, drive it into the ground. In the best way. Kill Ian Malcolm. Wow, yeah, give me that emotional scene. You know what I mean? I'm down for it. Could be a massive disappointment. I feel like it's the exact opposite of Top Gun. Is I'm expecting them to take all these risks and stuff, and then it'll probably just be everybody's just well, I guess this is Jurassic solar system, and then they set up a whole new one. Speaking of solar system, then we have a week later, Lightyear on June 17th. I would say 2 days ago I was at a solid 6 for this movie. I'd say since the CinemaCon reaction, I'd say I'm at like an 8 out of 10 for this.
I probably had a 7. Probably not something I need generally, but
yeah, definitely not something I need, but like a happy.
It's not
surprise.
and it's not like he's a toy, but like
is this Pete Doctor? Oh no, it's Angus
Toy
McLean.
Story universe with Chris Evans, so I think it should be
and
pretty
Taika.
good. Yeah,
Taika Waititi. Next up, we got a big. We got a. We got a triple show. No, I'm getting there.
Okay.
We got a triple showdown.
Oh yeah.
We got a triple showdown here. June 24th, we have Baz Luhrmann's Elvis, which we did not talk about in the CinemaCon portion, but we should. Elvis screened a whole bunch of footage. And they said that Elvis was like 40 minutes of that presentation. And people are saying that it looks great. What I assumed and what kind of we talked about last week based on the trailer, if you like what Baz Luhrmann does, if you like stylized, like if you're into Romeo and Juliet, like his Romeo and Juliet, Moulin Rouge, that kind of stuff, you're probably going to really enjoy this. But one thing I thought was really interesting was that he was like...
Great Gatsby?
I always forget about that one. That's such a good movie.
Forget about Great Gatsby?
I know. You can't, what did he say? You can't recreate the past. He goes, of course you can. There you go. Look at that.
Old sport.
Shout out to Toby getting back out there. Oh, other CinemaCon news. When we were going over our most anticipated for 2022, I know it was on my list. I don't know if it was on yours. Yeah. We got an official date for Babylon. It's getting right in there for Oscar contention and to make that podcast still work. Limited release, December 25th.
Oh my God.
Wide release on January 13th.
Oh my Lord.
So it is coming out this year at the very end, and they showed a little behind the scenes featurette.
Oh, okay.
And speaking of Mr. McGuire, looks like he is sinking his teeth right back into like acting.
Oh, interesting.
He's apparently playing Charlie Chaplin.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Maybe he calls up Robert Downey for a few tips.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We've seen Tropic Thunder. They definitely know each other. Forgive me, Father. What a movie. But yeah, a lot of people are impressed with Elvis. And one of the things that Baz Luhrmann said that I was like, oh, that's pretty interesting, is he said it's not really an Elvis biopic. He said it's more so a movie about America.
Yeah.
In the 50s, 60s, and 70s. Through Elvis and the
Tom
Colonel's
Hanks.
eyes. Yeah, like through the two of them, basically. And I'm like, that's
I don't know what the accent Tom Hanks is doing in this thing, but it's not.
Well, that's what
it's not working.
That's what the guy. Opinion. That's what he actually sounds like. That's what the guy sounds like.
Yeah, I know, but like, it's just what Tom Hanks is doing just doesn't really work.
Yeah. No, yeah.
But yeah, I'm for. Well, are we gonna go through all of them and then? Go?
Yeah, okay. Hit me with your 10 for this.
My Elvis is probably like a 6. I haven't seen much Baz Luhrmann. I've only seen Great Gatsby and.
You ever seen Moulin Rouge?
No, I've never seen Moulin Rouge, but I've seen Romeo and Juliet.
We gotta revisit Moulin Rouge for Obi-Wan.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm probably at a 6. I'm excited, and I think Austin Butler looks great.
Yeah, really does.
But because I remember I was kind of like, oh, Miles Teller. I think but I think Austin Butler looks better.
Speaking of, did you start The Offer?
Oh, is that out
today?
I didn't know that.
Oh wait, no, I might have just lied to you.
Okay.
Tonight, midnight.
Okay.
Midnight.
Gotcha.
First episode drops on Paramount Plus. I'm
Okay.
definitely gonna watch that. After this, I gotta watch the premiere of Barry, and then it'll be 3 a.m. So, at some point I'll watch.
Yeah.
But tomorrow I'm definitely gonna watch The Offer. If anything, just for Dan Fogler because he looks great as Coppola in the trailer, and I loved him in Fantastic Beasts. So I'm like, I can't get enough of that guy. June 24th, also a big anticipated one, which is currently, yesterday.
It was
screened in full at CinemaCon, with Ethan Hawke and Scott Derrickson and everybody there. Black Phone, which really, really looks good.
I'll be honest. I think I'm changing my tune. I think I'm gonna go see it at the theater. I'm not gonna.
Oh
wait.
yeah.
Yeah. I have to. Somebody's got to.
I'll
come
go
with
see
me
it. Yeah, I'll see it with you
Okay.
because I know my mom will not probably want to go see that.
Danielle might. I don't know
Yeah.
if she will. She might not. But
But either way, I mean, I definitely want to check that out because that looks. It's got like It vibes. It's got Arthur Harrow vibes. It's got honestly, if we could just pull that out.
Insidious vibes.
Insidious vibes
Obviously,
for
Scott
sure.
Derrickson is the same. But
Man, what a weird week for what a weird CinemaCon for Scott Derrickson being like, Ethan Hawke, this like one of the greatest new additions to the MCU, and like Doctor Strange 2 having this huge presence, and it's like that was supposed to be his movie. Like that was supposed to be his movie. But I will say, and he has said this, like if they want him back for the third one, like he is there.
Oh, okay.
Because I think just putting it together, I think probably what happened was Scott Derrickson was like, cool, let's make a sequel to Doctor Strange. And they were like, we're going to actually like make like an Avengers movie, but like as Doctor Strange 2. Is that okay? And he probably was like, I don't really want to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it like he said, it wasn't bad blood or anything. It was probably just, I don't really want to do that. I kind of really want to focus on him. So if Doctor Strange 3 brings it back down to like some horror craziness, get Derrickson back in there, man. Put Arthur Harrow in there if he makes it out. Get him in there. And then we have. Oh, sorry, did I give my number?
No, you didn't.
I'll give it a 6. I'll give it a 6 or a 7. I feel like the past few years I've really been getting into like horror more, like and more like branching out. But I also feel like the industry's been doing a lot more.
Yeah.
I feel like horror has like been permeating more standard stuff lately. Let's see. And then we have July 1st, Minions. Where are you at? Out of 10. For Minions, Rise of Gru.
0.
Yeah. I'll give it a I was going to say 1. I'll give it a 0. I haven't watched anything since the last Despicable Me movie. All right. July 8th. And believe it or not, we only have a few left because for some reason the industry forgot about August. July 8th, little movie called Thor, Love, and Thunder.
10.
10. Absolute 10. Absolute 10. See the guns on Padme? She was working out, man. She was working out. No, but really, 10. Trailer looks incredible. Go watch our reaction right now. Looks fantastic. What can we say? I mean, really, there's nothing else to say about that. And then the 15th, we got kind of. Actually, that is wrong. That moved. It's the 22nd now.
Oh, okay.
So it's not.
That's soon. That's. Oh, I thought that was like a
soon,
2023 movie.
No, because you figure they filmed it a long time ago.
Talking about the Gray Man.
Yeah, the Gray. Yeah, which we'll get to in a sec. July 15th, huge festival favorite. Won a whole bunch of awards. Where the Crawdads Sing with Daisy Edgar Jones. Trailer looks fantastic. I'm gonna go a 9 out of 10 for this.
Wow, I don't even think I watched the trailer, so I'm at like a 5.
Right, it looks very very good, and it's based on a bestseller.
Right, yeah.
It won like top honors at multiple film festivals. It was like a huge favorite. There was a bidding war over it. Like so, sign me up. That sounds good. And then Gray Man, which on here it says July 15th, but as we just said, it was just announced that it's going to be July 22nd, actually. Yeah, I'm super down. Chris Evans and Ryan Gosling hunting each other through a city as like two assassins with the Russo brothers directing, sure.
Artemis and
I did say in the TikTok about
Okay.
I did say in my TikTok about this though. I do feel like this is kind of make or break for the Russos outside of MCU.
Yeah.
Because
I still haven't watched Cherry.
They're fantastic producers, as we see with Everything Everywhere. That was a great call on their part, getting involved in that and helping them with whatever they need and type of thing. They're fantastic producers. But in terms of actual directing, I think it hangs with this one. I'm not saying like, oh, if this tanks, their career's over. I'm not saying that at all. I think if anything, they're probably already most likely signed on to more Marvel stuff because like they said like, yeah, we want to do more. Yeah. Like we're not like we're gonna take a break, but like so like they at least have that. But that being said, I do have faith in this one. I think the cast is good. I think the concept is solid and simple. So, what did I say?
You said I don't know what you said.
Oh, I don't think I said anything. I'll give a 7 out of 10.
I'm a 7 as well.
Yeah, I think it's got a lot of potential. Could just be like okay. Let's see. July 22nd as well. We have Nope.
Nope's probably 9. Maybe 10. No, I'm going to say 10 because I think Jordan Peele at this point has become a must-see director. Get Out was, obviously fantastic. Us stumbled a little bit. Not as good as Get Out. Still a good movie. But
stumbled a little bit, meaning like he dropped down to like a 4 out of 5.
Yeah.
Instead of a 5 out of 5.
But
I do agree with that.
But Nope looks awesome. The trailer looks really, really good. Very interesting.
Yeah. And then, literally they forgot about August because the last two we're going to talk about are both July 29th. Oh, Nope, 10, for sure. The trailer is, I told you this when we saw the trailer in front of Northman. I was like, when Keke Palmer, like, that shot where she, like, gets sucked up by the ship or whatever, and she's, like, running, I told him, I said, that feels like a dream that all of us have had. Like, that just feels like I'm witnessing something from, like, a dream of just that feeling of like Wile E. Coyote like running and then like the ground just comes out. It just feels so surreal and it's just creepy and haunting. Like I'm super excited for it. And then the last two we're going to talk about before we close out here, July 29th and July 29th is DC League of Super Pets and Bullet Train. Where are you at with DC League of Super Pets? Got Keanu as Batman.
5 probably watched it on HBO.
Krasinski as Superman.
HBO.
Krasinski as Superman?
5. I think it's coming to HBO. 2.
Not day and date.
No.
45 days.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Bullet Train 8. Definitely hyped for Bullet Train. Looks like Brad Pitt's having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And the cast is
like I said, that line where he's like, "Dude, I don't even know you." Yeah. Like I'm like, that just feels so. Not even like it doesn't feel like Brad Pitt. It feels like 90s, early 2000s. Feels like Ocean's 11 Brad Pitt. And I'm like, bring that guy back. Yeah, like that just seems so cool. But yeah, DC League of Super Pets, I'll go 5 as well. I think it could be cute, could be, whatever, could be.
Keanu is Batman, I believe.
Yeah, Keanu is Batman. And Krasinski is Superman. And then of course have The Rock as Crypto the Superdog, and then Kevin Hart as Ace the Bat Hound. So, pretty funny stuff. Shenanigans ensue, I would assume. Bullet Train, for me, that's a 10 out of 10 for me. Yeah. I have been hyped on this movie for like 2 years. We have been anytime a bit of news came out like about this, we covered it on the show because I was just there was a area where like the cast was just growing and growing and growing, and we were like, what is this freaking movie gonna be?
Probably not even as big as Oppenheimer-esque, but not as big.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like it's pretty similar to that, like to Knives Out. Like there's like 15 main characters.
Knives Out too?
That's a great question. I have no idea.
That's done filming, right? Like,
it has to be. Yeah.
Let's see. IMDb says.
Well, yeah, because Ethan Hawke
must film Moon Knight after, right?
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. He filmed Knives Out first. Now, granted, Ethan Hawke might not be in the whole movie or something like that.
Just says post-production on.
Yeah. Because I was like, because Batista did that and then went into Thor.
Oh.
So, like, Knives Out was a long time ago. But, yeah, Bullet Train, absolutely loved it. Trailer killed me. Love it. Through and through, looks fantastic. This is, like, the kind of movie that is just, like, made for me. Like, I just have, like, every sensibility that I have is, like, enjoying like just a real fun like heart pounding like movie. I feel like this has everything that I want. So it's a 10 out of 10. All right, so what would you say your top 3?
I'm gonna say Doctor Strange, Thor, and
would you say Nope based on your scoring?
No, I think. What did I have Black Phone at? I think Black Phone.
I think you had that at a 10.
I think it probably be Black Phone.
I think you had it at a 10, but you were like, I don't know if I want to see it in the theater.
I haven't even seen, like you said it, you're like, oh, you're on the Ethan Hawke train before, I wasn't even on it that long. Mm-hmm. Like there was definitely way more Ethan Hawke people before me, but I just think Ethan Hawke is just a fantastic actor in everything he does. And I'm excited to see what he does in like one of his first, because I believe it's one of his first. I think I saw it as a thing where it's like one of his first villain roles because he doesn't like to play villains. Mm-hmm. So that should be really interesting.
He also doesn't like Marvel things, but look at him now, Arthur. If that really is your name, Ned Flanders.
Ned Flanders. That was a good joke.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good. He's right.
Real quick, sorry, I just want to read. Where are we? I'm looking in the chat where we're at. Okay, so Shelly said, I'm going to see Jurassic Park Dominion, although I've never seen these other two previous Jurassic World movies.
You can watch
I know
those
everything
easy.
about them from hearing about them. I know all about Blue, etc. But I'm going to watch it because I love that the old school people are coming back. And then she said, that's what Colonel Tom Parker sounded like, exactly what Tom Hanks is doing. If it's exactly like him, then it's okay, I guess whatever. Danielle said she can't wait for Our Father doc on Netflix. Have you seen this? This Our Father documentary that's coming to Netflix?
No, what is it?
It's like this small town, and all these women have found out that they're like related. They're all siblings. And this doctor was like, he was like a pregnancy doctor, and he was like inseminating these women without their knowledge. So it's a documentary coming out on Netflix.
Okay.
She mentioned Olivia Wilde was served, and Shelley said, "Nope is a nope for me. This stuff is too scary for me."
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty crazy. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to go my top 3 most anticipated. It almost feels like a cheat. Mm-hmm. So if you want to throw a 4th one on there, because I think I'll throw a 4th one on there, because number 1 and number 2, Doctor Strange and Thor.
Yeah.
I mean, and honestly, it's not even just, it's because of the Marvel thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's because it's an ongoing storyline.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? like none of these other ones are really ongoing storyline. Like, that's why, is because we want to know what's going on. That being said, my number 3, I would put Jurassic up there as my number 3. Number 4, definitely flip that. Number 3, definitely Bullet Train. Number 4, I would put Jurassic up there. I just want to see how it ends. I just want to see what he does, if he goes, crazy with it or anything like that, or if he doesn't. But that's where I'm at. All right.
I might throw.
Yeah.
I'd either throw, and this is more horror movies, but I'd either throw Men or Nope up there. Probably Nope.
Forgot about Men.
Probably Nope.
Yeah.
But Men is a close.
Yeah.
Is a 5.
Yeah.
Close 5.
Men looks pretty good.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us on episode 83 of PFN Live. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the PFN Live channel, and make sure to subscribe over at the Planet Film Network channel on YouTube, and make sure that you follow us on TikTok at the official PFN right there, guys, at the bottom of your screen. Make sure to follow us on there. We're posting all the time, multiple times a day. We're just churning out content, news updates, reactions, reviews, all that kind of stuff over there all the time. And like we said, we are cooking up something new for one of the services that we provide that we will tell you guys about next week, most likely. That'll do it for me. I have been one of your hosts, Sean Monk.
I've been the other host, TJ Cornwell. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
Check out the Halo live streams.
Check out the Halo live streams on the Twitch channel, as well as the VODs on the YouTube channel. Let us know what you thought about any of the topics in the comments below. Don't forget to follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. Twitter for the news, Instagram for news, and TikTok for news as well, but also some reviews, opinions, etc. And we will see you next time.
Boom.